Good morning, children, and welcome to today's learning. Today, I am going to introduce you to two friends. They share a unique bond with each other. One is a tailor, and the other, do you all want to know who it is? Okay, let us see who it is in this lesson, and the name of the lesson is The Tailor and His Friends. Listen to the reading carefully, children. Listen to the pronunciation and the pauses. And then I will explain you all the story. The Tailor and His Friend. Kalu the tailor had a shop near the river. He made colorful pants and shirts for children. Appu the elephant was his friend. Appu came to his shop every day. Kalu gave him many nice things to eat. One day Kalu wanted to play a trick. He did not give Appu anything to eat. He took out his needle instead and pricked Appu's trunk. Appu ran away in pain. 2 days later, Appu came down to the river and filled his trunk with water. He reached Kalu's shop and threw water everywhere. All the new clothes became wet. Appu shook his trunk and said, "An elephant never forgets." Kalu said, "I am sorry, Appu. Let's be friends again." Kalu and Appu became good friends. We have come across a few new words, children. Let us try to see these new words and understand them. The first one is friend, a person with whom one has a bond of mutual affection. For example, we have a lot of our friends in the school, right? We have friends in our class, in the school, in our neighborhood, right? The second one is pain, highly unpleasant physical sensation caused by illness or injury. So for example, when we are running on the ground, if there is a stone and if we hit our leg on the stone, we feel pain, right? Next is shop, a building or part of a building where goods are sold. So whenever we need things like sugar, milk, and other basic necessity, then we go to a shop. Tailor, a person whose occupation is stitching clothes. So a tailor is a person who basically stitches clothes. For example, if we want to stitch our uniform or any pant and shirt or a dress, we would go to a tailor. Trick, a cunning act to deceive someone. So when a magician performs magic, he is doing some tricks. Wet, covered with water or another liquid. So when we go to the tap and wash our hands become wet when the water falls on our hand. Now children, let us try and understand the lesson in detail. So the lesson says, Kalu the tailor had a shop near the river. So do you see the tailor? He is stitching clothes and his name is Kalu. And this is the river. So his shop was near the river and he used to stitch clothes. He made colorful pants and shirts for children. So do you see the pants and shirts, children? So he used to make colorful pants and shirts for whom? For the children. Now he had a friend. At the beginning of the lesson I told you, right? They have a unique friendship. And he was an elephant. So who was his friend? An elephant. And his name was Appu. Appu the elephant was his friend. Appu Appu came to the shop every day. So every day Appu would come to meet his friend. And what would Kalu do? Kalu would give him something nice to eat every day. Now if you see, this is the elephant and these are the things that he used to keep to eat. Now today he has kept for him some bananas. So every day Kalu used to make it a point to give something to Appu. But what happened, children? One day Kalu wanted to play a trick. And what was the trick, children? He did not give Appu anything to eat. He took out his needle and instead pricked Appu's trunk. So can you see the needle is pricking Appu's trunk? And this is the needle. So it is pricking Appu's trunk. And what happened? It pained Appu, right? So he turned and he went away. 2 days later, Appu came down to the river and filled his trunk with water. So what happened is, 2 days later, Appu came down to the river. There was a river, right? Where Kalu used to stitch his clothes. So he came down to the river and filled his trunk with water. And let us see what he did then. He reached Kalu's shop and threw the water everywhere. All the new clothes became wet. So what happened? He threw the water everywhere. Then what happened is, Appu shook his trunk and said, "An elephant never forgets." Then what did he do? Kalu said, "I am sorry, Appu. Let's be friends again." And Kalu and Appu became good friends. I hope you all have understood the lesson, children. Now, children, let us try and form a sentence with the new words that we have learned. Friend. I have a friend. His name is Ram. Now, you all try making sentence with the same word, children. The next word is pain. The boil on my leg caused me great pain. Are you all understanding, children, how you go about making sentences with the words? The next one is shop. My mother told me to go to the shop and get some sugar. Next one is tailor. I went to the tailor to stitch a new dress. The next one is trick. The magician performed numerous tricks. And the last one is wet. I ran in the rain and got wet. I hope you all have understood the lesson, children. If you all have any questions, you all can always ask me. Try and listen to the lesson carefully and also try and make new sentences of the new words that have been taught to you. Thank you very much.